Hey guys, I apologize for going out of the meeting during the ASL 3 session of the class, but trying to teach 2 classes online with Teams is kind of tricky. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. We are only going to concentrate on the highlighted words. We're combining units 2 and 3. To me, it just makes it easier, right? To apply, there's 2 ways. Apply or apply. All right, again, I've seen apply, I've seen apply. Book is iconic, book. And then when you do page, your non-dominant hand is flat, your dominant hand is a 10 and just page. Certificate or certification, certificate or certification. Congratulations, clap, celebrate. All right, let me move back. Clap, celebrate, all right? When you celebrate, your hands are in X's. Debate, your hands are in 1, they go back and forth. All right, he has the floor, she has the floor. He has the floor, she has the floor. The next sign is diploma. Diploma is it's pretty much just like an iconic sign. So you're gonna take F's and then you're gonna go like this. Again from the front, sorry, I just knocked a bunch of stuff off the microwave. Diploma. The next sign is a very deaf sign. Now some people will sign finally like as finished, all right? That doesn't really have like an impactful sign like this one does, all right? The way you sign finally in ASL 3, and you need to pay attention because you have a mouth morpheme, all right? In ASL 3, you learn about mouth morphemes. It's a part of your non-manual markers. Deaf people do mouth things, just not the same way we do. So when you're signing finally, you're gonna go pa, pa, pa. All right, it looks kind of weird, but you're not really saying pa, you're just pa, all right? You would use this sign, for example, you know, Mandarin high schools, you know, the football team, they were practicing really hard. You know, they went to the state championship game, and then, you know, they won. All right, that is a sign like, or like, man, you know, my birthday, I'm turning 16. I've worked really hard in school. You know, I woke up that morning and my parents, they bought me a car. All right, it's a very strong sign. So you use that when it's a strong feeling. Misunderstand, we learned understand last year's understand. Misunderstand, you want to show that negation, just misunderstand. All right, to be off topic. All right, to be on topic is to be on topic. All right, so you just, here's your topic and you're going to it. To be off topic is just, you can't make it back to where you need to go. Okay? Presentation or present, flat hands out front, presentation or present. This is also your sign to preach. To sign for project, you're gonna take the letter P, right? You're gonna put it behind your hand and you're gonna bring it over and then make a J, right? Again, ooh, my thumb spasmed. Ooh. All right, flat hand, you're gonna start with the letter P behind, bring it around, down, and then a J, okay? The sign to remember, guys, the way I was taught in high school to remember it is like you have so both your hands are in 10s, you have that sticky note in your brain, you're gonna put it here to remember it, all right? Again, to remember. And then there's 2 ways to sign forget. Now, when I was growing up, we signed forget. It's like basically you're wiping everything from your memory, all right? The deaf way to do it is your middle finger down. Typically, this hand shape is used a lot to show emptiness. Forget. All right, the next sign, hold on. Responsibility. It's a closed 5, bend it, responsibility. All right, responsibility. It's like you have it, like the weight of the world on your shoulders, responsibility. Scholarship, guys, is an initialized sign. What that means is it is born from the root sign for money, and because it starts with an S, we take that English S, we put it on our hand, and we make it scholarship. And then the sign for semester is an S, and you just draw a 7, semester, okay? On to sports vocabulary. I did highlight all of them, but they're all not gonna be necessary. So the first 2 guys, those are our lexicalized signs. So remember, you're not going C-L-U-B, you want C-L-U-B, right? If you see how the sign, it kind of grows. You have your C, and then your L, U, and B, all right? Club, all right? The next one, fun, does have a sign. Now, it's an H that slides off the nose and onto the hand, right? Now, fun, this is you exaggerating. You know, Saturday night, I went to my friend's house. You know, we had a party. You know, we played games. Man, you know, it was fun. You don't want to use fun now. You want to be like, oh, it's fun. You know, fun time. You know, beach. You go what? Yes. Why? Fun. All right. So that's just an emphasis on fun. The sign for canoe, guys. Canoe. Same thing. All right. The sign for experience. It's an open 5. Starts on your face, and you just grab your face. Experience. All right. Gardening, don't worry about. Horseback riding, I will show because I know a few you guys do. You're going to sign horse like this. This is also our name sign for Mandarin. You're going to take this hand like this, and then horseback riding. Again, horseback riding. And I'll show you from the side. Horse back riding. The sign for hunting is easy. Put your guns up. Boom, boom. All right, from the side. Boom, boom. Kayak, don't worry about that one. Magic, don't worry about that. Olympics, so you're going to take your 9 hand shape. So this sign right here, guys, means to connect. This means relationship. It means, to be connected. Now, because the Olympics have 5 different rings, 1, 2, 3. All right, we only do it 3 times. I've seen some people would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not necessary, but it does represent the rings. But we're only going to do it 3 times versus 5. But if you want to do 5, that's fine. The sign for referee, guys, you need to be careful with. All right, if you have a whistle, you have a whistle. All right, it goes right here. Do not sign this sign like that. That is your sign for gay. Please make sure that when you're signing it, you are signing it straight like this, like you're actually holding a whistle, not like this. All right, referee, gay. The sign for simple, Betsy, simple. It's really simple. Don't worry about trophy. Don't worry about uniform. Accidents and illnesses. All right, so anytime there's like an accident, you use this sign. All right, so for example, when I would use that, I was driving home and I was coming to this intersection and I turned left and then T-bone, and all of a sudden I T-boned somebody. All right, so again, I'm driving home, I got to turn this way, boom. All right, accident. You can also show what type of accident. Was it a car accident? Was it a boat? Was it a boat accident? You just manipulate that sign or manipulate the situation to show it on your hands. To blame, hand is flat. This is a 10 hand shape to blame, right? You can blame me, I can blame you, or I can blame everybody. To bleed, this is a sign that can move, all right? So the general sign for bleed is red, and then you will use this. Now, if you have a nosebleed, I have a nosebleed. If I cut myself, I'm bleeding. All right, if I got a cut on my arm, I'm bleeding. So you can use this sign to show exactly where in the body or where on the body that you are bleeding, not breathing, bleeding. The next sign is break. You want to do break. All right, this is the appropriate sign to use break. Now, we do learn other words that are the same thing as break, but this one implies that you have broken a bone. Break. My neck, I broke. My arm, I broke. You point to your back. Wherever you point to in your body first shows that you broke it. Right? Cold and ASL 1 and 2, you guys learned cold. This year, you guys are going to learn cold like if you're sick, cold. All right? It's like, when you're sick, you're like taking that tissue. All right? And really quick, I'm going to show you guys the sign for COVID as well. It's an S, and then it looks like that little virus. All right? COVID. On the sign for cough, guys, it is a 5 on the chest, cough. All right, no, wait, cough. You want to show like you're coughing? The sign for complain is that claw, that complain. All right, you want to show like with the face going. If you're just doing this, I'm going to think you're coughing. If you're like, obviously you're complaining. If ever you're in an emergency, E, shake it, emergency. Okay? Pain and hurt is another sign that you can move on your body to show exactly where you're hurting. So the general sign for hurt, there's that general to specific. Remember the ASL syntax. So this is a sign for pain or hurt. Now, do I have a headache? Do I have a toothache? Do I have an earache? If I can't show it where it's at, let's say if it's my back, I'm going to point there first and do back. If my wrist hurts, I'm going to point to my wrist and I'm going to show my wrist hurts. All right. Then the last sign I want you guys to learn is sick. So both middle fingers are going to be down. You're going to put one in your head and one in your stomach, and you want to look sick. All right. Just, y'all know what I mean. All right, guys, let me know if y'all have any questions, and I'll be available if you need me.